Today we check out a unique ecosystem and meet the strange birds that call it home. This is a Florida scrubland. These weird environments can be found all over Florida, and the Space Coast is no exception. Characterized by their sandy, nutrient-poor soils and flat profile, Florida scrub is a highly desirable place to build on, and anywhere there is scrub, you can bet there's a housing development nearby. So, what's stopping these companies from bulldozing the scrubland? Well, it happens to be Florida's only endemic bird species, the Florida scrub jay. You might have already guessed by the name that this bird is a relative of the blue jay, and you would be correct. But this bird is also related to the crow. In fact, all of these birds belong to a large family of birds called corvids, not to be confused with any current events. Corvids are well known in science for displaying intelligent behaviors, even problem-solving skills. So, what sort of intelligent skill does the Florida scrub jay have? Well, they have an incredible memory. In scrub habitats, there's a small kind of oak tree called a scrub oak, and the Florida scrub jay eats their acorns. A scrub oak is like a grocery store to a scrub jay, and just like when you bring groceries home and store them in your fridge or pantry, so do scrub jays. Now obviously these birds don't have a fridge, but what they do have is a great storage space for their acorns in the sandy soil of their scrubland habitat. A single scrub jay can cache, that means store, between 6,500 and 8,000 acorns in a year for the wintertime, and that bird will remember where almost all of them are stored to come back and eat later. Some of the acorns they forget, however, will grow into the next generation of scrub oaks, thus replenishing any oaks that die. Things aren't perfect, though.
It's pretty weird that a wild animal is this comfortable getting this close to me. And that's because Florida scrub jays are naturally very curious and brave animals. But the issue here is that a lot of people end up feeding them, which isn't good for them. They're more than happy to just check you out by landing on your head or on your hand.
But a lot of people feed scrub jays peanuts. That's not a part of their natural diet. And when you feed them peanuts, you disrupt their natural behaviors. For example, scrub jays that were fed in public areas had their babies earlier in the year on average, and those hatchlings, after fledging and leaving the nest, hunt for caterpillars. However, when they're born earlier in the year, by the time they start hunting on their own, the caterpillars haven't shown up yet. Thus, those young birds can starve to death. A fed bird is a dead bird. It's not all doom and gloom. Not all of those young birds die, and those that do live grow up to become healthy adults. Scrub jays have big family groups. They build large nests which multiple family members help raise the young. Brothers and sisters help their parents raise their younger siblings, maybe just like your family. They also have jobs. Some birds will take turns on guard duty, acting as a sentinel to watch out for predators like hawks and falcon. Other birds may be maintaining the nest, and others are busy finding and caching acorns. The scrub jays spend a lot of time on the ground and don't do a whole lot of flying around. Most of these birds actually don't leave the area they were born in. Because of this, scrub jays require a lot of ground cover to stay safe. Before humans moved in, Florida was covered in these scrublands, and these lands had a unique relationship with fire. Normally, we think of forest fires as a bad thing, but in scrublands, it's actually really beneficial to the ecosystem's health. Fires can burn away dead, rotting, and even invasive plants, and they release a lot of nutrients for younger plants to feed on and grow, which is perfect for all those acorns that the scrub jays safely planted in the sand and forgot about, allowing the scrublands to spring back to life with low-lying plants. Without the fires, the scrublands would just turn into a flatwoods forest. And unfortunately for our scrub jays, flatwoods offer almost no ground protection for them to hide in or allow scrub oaks to grow, which the birds need to survive. Fire used to be controlled by the weather. A quick lightning strike on this dry scrub would quickly ignite and burn away. Nowadays, because so many housing developments are near scrublands, most people prefer to let humans do the work with a controlled burn.
Getting up close to these birds is a really cool way to connect with the Florida ecosystem. There's about 4,000 of these birds only found in Florida, and that's enough for the IUCN to register them as a vulnerable species. Now, if you want to check out these animals, just make sure that you follow a few rules. Number 1, don't feed them. Remember, these are wild animals, and we want to be gentle and nice to them at all times. So, I'm Zak Attack, this is the Florida Scrub Jay, and thanks for checking out what makes Florida so wild. There's one on my head right now. There's a scrub jay on my head.